How may I be of assistance today, chat room? I'm here to answer your 2x KO question. What does down parry do versus neutral parry? That is a good question. Parry has two versions. You notice that there's like two different stances. The first one is the stand parry. This works on high and mid attacks. This parry is for lows. So if I try to parry this by standing, you see I just get hit. There's a low and a high parry. So that's a low parry. The other thing about parry in this game is that it costs 1 bar to do parry, but if I do it and then I'm correct, I get the bar back. You actually gain a little bit of meter as well. If your mix-up is only left or right and it hits on the same frame, then you can just parry and it beats both options. So that's something to like think about, you know. Are there any overhead or low assists? I think all the assists are mids. The main way to use assists in any team game, think about the game like this, right? If I run up to my opponent and I just do light, medium, heavy, if it's on hit, you know, I just launch her and I do a combo. Nice. If they block it, then call an assist, and that lets you run up and extend your pressure again. The way this game works from top to bottom is you do something and then you tag. You just like do a thing, call your assist, you know, and then you tag. You just like block, push block, tag, right? And then you go play the game like this. Let's say you get hit here and you burst, right? You shoot a rocket with Jinx, tag, and then you run in with the rocket. You know, you just always want to be doing some stuff and to tag. Why is tag better? Because every time you tag, your character that goes out is regaining health if they've lost any health, any gray life. And every time you tag, the screen freezes for a second and you can see what's happening and then do something. You don't have to just do LMH tag. You can do things like this and like start to mix up like this and then go cross up and then air dash back and then tag into him and then overhead, and then, you know, the more you play, the more your hands will recognize. Instead of just doing light, medium, heavy, this, and do assist until light, medium, heavy, you'll be like, oh, I'm rocket jumping in and then overhead and then double tagging, right? Like things like that. You just get more comfortable going between your characters over and over. So as an example, instead of just doing this, you can just do overhead plus assist. Or you can do like S2, S2, and then cross up, like jump, air dash, cross up like this. Or you can do this, call this, and then run up and then throw and then tag into Jinx and then just boom, you know, combo off that. You have to understand what your character's mix-ups options are a little bit more. This game has a pretty complicated tag system. If your character has a move that has an extension off of it and you're using an assist, if you do that button with the assist, you will get the extension. That may sound confusing. If I hit S1 with Jinx and then I do S2, she shoots a rocket, right? So if I hit S1 with Jinx and I turn it to Echo and I hit S2, she still shoots the rocket. You see that? If she hits S1 and does down, right? Down plus S2, she does a rocket jump at the end. Yeah, the buffer for this is after I swap. So I'm doing this and then now I can hit it. You see how late that is? I'm not inputting her rocket jump until I'm rolling with Echo. So I can rocket jump her in and then use that as like a mix-up tool. See that? So you can do things like this where you call this in and then as she rocket jumps in, like swap. The thing that I was messing with the last test when this wasn't as good, they buffed her rocket jump trajectory quite a bit, is doing this to like go back out. See that? I did Darius's headbutt from his hook. Yeah, you have to block Echo, not Darius there. But the other thing is you can also have specific extensions that you know. So like as an example, you get a hit with Ari and you do this, like Vi assist OTGs, so you can use this to like extend your combo, you know? And do stuff like that with this character. And then at the end of this, you want to like, you know, extend your combo in some way. So you can do things like this and then like use this to give by another extension. You just have to have a knowledge of the system and like basically figure out for each character what move hits the OTG like on the ground and then what move does all of the bounces. So each character in each combo in this game gets one reaction, right? This is a wall bounce. And now that I've used the wall bounce, if I use any other kind of hit reaction, then the combo will end. So if I do this move twice, I get limit strike, right? And same thing, this move is a slump. They fall on the ground like that and you can combo after. So if I do this into this move, combo ends, right? And same thing Ari has, this move's a slump as well, right? So if you do this twice, same kind of thing. And it's like that with all of the hit reactions, like all the bounces, all that kind of stuff. I can do things like this, where I get the wall bounce. And if I tag Ari and I do this, I got to do a slump. So that's 2 reactions in one combo. But each character can do 1 before the combo ends. As an example, if I'm Ari and I do this slump and then I tag into Vi and I do this is also a slump. See that? And I got to do both in one combo. So once one character does 2, the combo will end, right? So that's how you extend. The OTG is not a reaction, no. It's ground bounce, slump, and a wall bounce. Does every champion have an OTG? Let me think about that. At the very least, they have a super, if not something else. So like this move OTGs with Ari. Echo has this move. This OTGs. Darius has Fireball. Blitzcrank has Running H. Braum has Poro. Alawi has Super. Jinx has down S2. Vi has down S2. He also has stance L or Super. Basic Oki and meaties and stuff. Yeah, basically when you knock a character down in this game, right? Like this, their options are wake up attack, roll forward, or roll backwards. So if your character is fast, like the easiest thing to do to chase them is you just dash at them and your character will chase them whatever direction they go. You just dash at them and then you do light, medium, heavy, and then you call your assist, and then, you know, you can do whatever you want to do after that. You could also just do this and like backdash here and then like cover the roll like that. You can also grab the roll. Yeah, that's true too. And that's a punish. You see in the left over there. How do you beat throw in this game? You tech or you jump. If I throw someone, I can like tag and combo and do stuff, right? If I try to throw and my throw whiffs, I can't tag. So if you jump someone's throw, right, that's a punish. Yeah, her 5H is jump cancelable on air hit. A lot of normals are like that in this game. So like I can't jump cancel it. You see this? I'm holding up. But if I put them on air hit, there's a lot of moves like that in this game. How do I feel about the viability of Juggernaut? I would guess that it's probably pretty good, but the goal of Juggernaut is not for it to be the best way to play the game like ever. I don't think that's probably ever going to be the design goal, because like, you know, you want people to play 2 characters in the 2v2 game, but I do think that it's probably, it seems pretty good right now. I think most characters will probably be able to TOD with Juggernaut and Fury. How do you mix people up with Vi? The main way you get offense is you call assist and then you do the things like this to go left, right. She also has an overhead, so you can do that and like combo off it, right? Her grab is the same way. If you do this and then call assist, you can like go into your other character and combo off this as well. You can even do it later by like just doing ground pound and then like doing this. How do you mix with Echo with no blitz assists? Same idea that I'm doing here. Like you call assist and then you overhead, and then like the overhead plus assist hits, so then you can combo off of it. He also has roll, so you can roll through and then cross them up, and then you can overhead and then tag back into the other character, you know, stuff like that. He also has charge jump heavy, pulls your opponent out of the corner, so you can do things like charge jump heavy and then this, and then cross people up. Instead of like doing jump heavy and then going low like this, you could go like this. If you're getting sandwich, the answer is push block. Push block is really good against sandwich stuff. Somebody earlier brought this up. They're like, yo, I was playing Vi Echo and I thought I had the coolest like sandwich pressure of all time, and everybody was blocking it, and I don't know why. They always seem to block it whenever I go for things like this. You know, to start, I'm just holding down back. I've not changed my block. Like I'm just holding the same direction, and I blocked the entire first part. And it's because there's no gap here. So this is all a true string, which means that cross up was not real. This is how basically every game I can think of works. Even if you're blocking the wrong way, if it's a true block string, you can't like not block it. In fact, I think even if I just hold straight down, it works. Yeah. So if you want to make a mix up like this real, you have to leave a gap. That's basically the first thing you need to know, right? The second thing to know is that overheads in this game now and like lows do not retain that property when you tag out. So that's her overhead, right? If I just low block the whole time, see how it doesn't hit me? It's no longer an overhead. All tagged moves are mids. So this is another thing. If you want to overhead someone, you need to overhead and then tag. See, I'm holding down back the whole time here and I still get hit. This is still a fast mix up, but you just need to delay the timing enough that your character exits block stun for just like a frame, and then you can go for this, right? And I can't mash on it either. There's like things that you can do to create like more tricky offensive sequences with characters like this. The string I've been messing with now is this, actually. This is the thing I've been messing with now. This is like a true string, so there's no pairing. Once I block this charge heavy, I can't push block until after. You see that? right? Because charge heavies disable defensive mechanics as well. I can use Vi's knee. The knee is just heavy into heavy. So I roll and then, wait, why did Vi not hit there? What the, is that a bug? That might be a bug. What? I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. There we go, like that. So that Echo gets a full charge roll and then she crosses up and then Echo can combo. You see that? If they get hit by the Vi knee, it's fine. But you don't even need them to because you get a full charged Echo clone here. And then the Echo clone allows you to like mix off of it. You can do throw or overhead or low and then like it doesn't matter almost if they block it or not because you have overhead and then you have throws. You have like all kinds of stuff you can do there. As long as they're close enough to the clone when you throw them, you know, you can do it. Somebody asked about neutral with Braum and neutral with Alawi. With Braum, the main thing to understand about your neutral, this is insanely cheap. If I just hold shield, I can absorb all of this and I can just call my assist and it'll hit him. So this is what makes his neutral good. You see this? And there are ways for people to get around it. So if they think you're gonna do this, they could like run up and go for throw. So that way, if I'm just standing here holding shield the whole time, you know, but then you can just let him jump at you, you know, and then beat it like that, right? This is like the basis of like what you want to do with this character in neutral is use your shield. His medium normals are really good actually. Come swing with these normals and then you know, you use your charge, use your assist, stuff like that to approach after. For approaching with the Alawi, this move is huge. Gives you a knockdown on hit, counter hit combo starts, and beats projectiles. Other things in neutral is her mediums are great and her ground pound is insanely good. This is a charge version of this move, is homing and spawns a tentacle for you to smack your opponent with. And one of the things about it being a low that's really annoying is like in your block string pressure, you have this move that's a low, and then you also have this move that's an overhead. Also, this move into like assist is really good as well because this move hits on both sides. Alawi bread and butters. Like, I think a lot of people are doing stuff like this. I think there are better combos now though. I think you can do like this. And then in the corner, you can use the Rekka like that if you do the just frame, or you can just do this. So that's pretty good. Vi neutral is really hard. Have you played her? Yeah, I played her all day yesterday. I'm gonna show you how to play Vi's neutral. Are you ready? It goes ready. Let's go. All right, there you go. Any other questions? Somebody asked about neutral with Ari earlier. Some stuff to understand about her is she can do this move, Spirit Rush, and then do actions after and stuff, right? But one thing about it is that if you shoot a fireball, like you do this and then you shoot a fireball, you can like reset your air actions with stuff like this, right? So if you like whiff and then this, and it's very annoying to contest her because she just has infinite air actions almost, and you can throw fireball down as well. So this makes her neutral really hard to contest, and then obviously she has great air buttons and an air dash as well. This move, this right here, is 9 frames. This medium, this thing is huge for how fast her grounded movement is. So like you just do that and like, yeah, her grounded normals are absurdly good. Any tips for countering Yasuo wind wall assist? I'll let you know when I figure that one out. Don't shoot projectiles at it, you just gotta wait. The big thing is that they're gonna do this and then tag in like that, right? That's like the main thing. So if you see someone do wind wall assist like this and they tag, he's probably gonna do the stab. So jumping over is, you know, oh, you can also do this. You can just like wait, and then when you see him stab, parry it. Sauce for Yasuo Jinx or vice versa. They're both just good at doing whatever they want, like solo anyway. So I don't even really think you need something specific. Like Jinx just does this, and like she's really hard to deal with. I think this into like call assist and stuff is really good, and then you just call assist, you do laser super, and then you tag, and that shit is just really cheap. What are good teams? I think you can play whatever team you want. If you tell me what character you're interested in, I could probably tell you who I think pairs well with them. Would I pair with Yasuo? Anybody. Yasuo is really flexible, actually, in that sense. I think if I had to recommend you characters to pair with Yasuo, Ahri, Jinx, or Vi as like the top choices, but I think that like Blitz works, Darius works, like Alawi works. They probably all work. Good teammates for Vi. Jinx, Ahri, Yasuo. I think those are all good. Would I pair with Braum? Jinx, I think is good. Ahri, I think is good. Someone to cover him when he goes in. I think Bicrank is good. Yeah, it's probably good. I don't see why not. How do I feel about character strength generally? Well, one thing is you can start by looking at the patch notes. Like, why did they buff Echo so much coming into this version of the game from the last? My guess is that with the removal of Hard Knockdown, he was pretty weak in the last version. And they slightly nerfed Vi's damage from the Evo build, so my guess is that she was Jesus. My early thoughts, though, is the characters that I think are like really scary. I think this character is really good in this version. The buffs to her traps and like a lot of her setups make her feel a lot better. She's also the only character I haven't been able to play in a match because I didn't buy her. But I think I want to play this team. I think Rocket Assist is insanely good. It's super plus. It's really easy to convert from if it hits. Like, you know, super good. Jinx herself does a ton of damage and she OTGs really well. So like off of anything like this, you could always just, you know, and her having an OTG assist is also really nice for her too. Like anytime you knock them down like this, you can, you know, extend easily without her using her rocket or lets her set up. And then on block, like, I think being able to like guarantee the trap is really good. Even you can do things like this as well. Her damage on single hits is really high for like a character of her archetype, I think. Instead of doing that particular route that I just did, you can just do like, and then setting up traps. I think this is better. How good are the traps if they just roll out of it? The thing about rolling out of the traps, like let's say I just do this, is you can throw the roll and then throw them back into the monkey. Somebody asked about the Vi Electrics. She has a dash, it's just a special move. And out of the special move, she can do light and medium and heavy, just like she chains the normals onto the ground. So this is light, medium, heavy. And then out of the dash, you can do light, medium, heavy. The electric is the charged version of the medium. It looks like this. The combo that most people do is like medium, heavy, stance light. And then after you do stance light, you charge the medium. Stance light, charge medium. And then you can cancel that into another dash and then do another charge medium like this. So if you're wondering like, why am I not getting the combo to look like this? If your opponent falls out of the combo or they block, it's too late. If you get like this hit, you're too early. Yeah, it's as you just mentioned, it's just timing. Like all of it is just holding the button and getting used to the charge timing. Yeah, it's like Luke's knuckle. It's very similar. Somebody asked about Ahri combos and like what to actually do.
Can't stand that.
This kind of stuff, right? And I think the easiest way to, or the easiest ender is just doing stuff like this, or doing like 5H, jump 2H, H, air dash, jump M, dive. What up, Stu? Like that. Yeah, the charge jump H is hard to hit. My advice for it is start charging it early and try to hit it close to the ground. You can throw the fireball earlier than you think. And then when you air dash, you want to hold this early, like as soon as you can, and then try to hit it as low to the ground as possible. This into like fireball and the dash into H. You can do that as well. That might be easier for you. I don't really know the timing because I don't play Ahri, but this seems pretty easy. Or do this. Somebody says, when I do this Echo combo, I keep teleporting back to my old clone. I don't know how to like do this. Help. The way Echo's clones work is when you place a clone, if you hit S2 again, he will teleport back to the clone. And if you hit down S2, he'll do the down follow from the clone. But no matter where Echo is, he'll go back to the old clone. You see that? Right, let's say you're doing a combo like this, and you're teleporting back here, and you're like, dude, I can't do this combo because my Echo keeps teleporting back here and it won't work. If you would like to teleport to your old clone, you hit S2 or you hit down S2 and you'll go back and do a move from where your clone is. If you have a clone on the screen and you want to place a new one, you do forward, S2. If you want to do a new roll, if you do down forward plus S2, you can roll again. How do you get a stance attack with Yasuo? The stance itself is down S1, and then in the stance he has light, medium, and heavy, and down heavy as his normals. And then he has stance S1, which is a dash, and stance S2, which is a hop. And if you hit back or forward, he dashes out of it, and you can use that to increase the direction or go backwards on all of his moves. So as an example, this is stance M. But if I go backwards, I can do the stance M backwards or forwards. For example, I can't hit Darius with stance H right here, right? But I could hit forward and then hit H, and then I can reach him. You can also do this with all his movement options as well. So this is stance back and then hop. You can also do it with forward. They are also cancelable into itself like that. One thing to know is that you can do stance with every direction of down. It just means you get down dash. But like if you're having this happen to you a lot, it's probably because you're hitting the stance too fast. You can like hit the stance with down forward and then hit the button a lot later than you think, probably. This character is so complicated, this game is so complicated. How does a new player learn it? They just do this. You know? Yeah, there's also auto combos. It's funny because every Yasuo combo, every Yasuo player I've seen uploads a combo. It's like, what's up guys? This is my Yasuo BNB. And they do like the craziest shit of all time. You watch them in a match, they do this. Bro, I'm watching Cloud upload BNBs that were 8,000 hits long, but when I see you hit someone in a match, this is the combo. Like, what's going on, okay? You're setting unrealistic training mode standards on me. And then you yourself are not doing them? Okay. What advice would I give to a complete beginner? Just practice getting used to the flow of the game. Like, do something, call an assist, tag, that kind of stuff. Practice doing light, medium, heavy into something with every character on block. And then play with a friend and have fun. Because I think that's, like, the most fun way to play the game, basically.